Alright, so I just want to give you guys a quick introduction to MongoDB and why I think it'd be a good option to house all of our data. Alright, so I have MongoDB installed on my computer. I just have to get the service running. And then once this is running, we just type Mongo and we can access and manipulate all of our data. Alright, so that is running. Mongo. Alright, so now we're in the Mongo shell. We could see all of our databases. Local comes by default. I created these top three. It says we have 0 gigabytes because there isn't much data inside of these databases. However, there is some. So we're going to use ASO data. I just made this today. A lot of the information is incorrect. Some of it's correct. Within this database, we can see the collections. So we have one collection, aircraft. We could see all the data inside of this collection by using the find function. Alright, so that's all of our data. We can make it look a lot better with .pretty. Alright, so we have 3 documents. 1, 2, and then the third one is down here. We could check that with the .count. 3 documents. Alright, so MongoDB is a no SQL database. There's SQL databases and no SQL databases. The difference is how the data is stored. SQL databases uses tables. If you look up here, tables, and then within those tables you have the individual records, the rows, the columns, and then your data that populates those rows and columns. No SQL databases such as MongoDB uses collections, which are pretty much the same thing as tables. We have one collection, which is aircraft here, and then there's the documents that populate that collection. The key difference to NoSQL versus SQL is that NoSQL is much easier to code around, and I will show you why. If you could see here, with NoSQL you can have tables inside of tables, if that makes any sense. For example, with engine properties, kind of see there's a mini table here. If we were to use an SQL database, we'd have to create a whole nother table. That's tedious, it wastes memory. So MongoDB is much more flexible. And that's kind of the main difference there. I'm going to show you guys a few commands that you can run to manipulate the data, add data, remove data. So to add data, let's go db.aircraft, insert 1. So let's insert aircraft type. We will call it aircraft 1. Another key point is that MongoDB and NoSQL databases in general store data as key value pairs. The key is to the left of the semicolon and the value is to the right of the semicolon. So as you can see here, we're typing aircraft type, that is our key, and then our value is aircraft 1. We could do a second key value pair of engine type, engine 1. Then insert that, we get acknowledged equals true. If we do a count, we can see now we have 4 documents instead of 3, and we can see the document here. One more key point is that MongoDB, you don't need to have the same type of data for every document. For example, here we have much less data than we have in the document above it. I think that's key because some of the data we are unaware of with the emission indices, some of the aircraft data. So I think that's a key point. Instead of just filling the table with none or not reported as we would with an SQL database, no SQL, you just don't need to insert it and you don't have to worry about it. Alright, so then we can go ahead and remove this document. Just got to specify exactly what we want to remove. We want to remove all aircraft types that match the value of aircraft 1. So we'll go remove, and we'll see one document was removed. We can also easily edit data. Aircraft dot update 1. So let's go ahead and update the number of engines to 1 in this H60. So first we need to specify exactly which document we want to edit, and that is the H60. And then we will set the engine properties dot number of engines to a value of 1. And we'll close all of our brackets. Alright, so we see that command matched one document and it changed one document. So if we were to go to the pretty find, we can see now the document number of engines is only 1. So that's about it. I just want to give you guys a quick introduction to MongoDB, what the data looks like, and then how we can manipulate that data. I want to show you guys also how we connect to MongoDB using a programming language. This video is getting a little long, so I'll show you guys in a separate video. Thanks a lot.